When your old career gives you lemons, throw in some ice, mix in some vodka, and call it a podcast. From the Mac of All Trades studio in Fairport, and driven by Victor Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, it's Billified, the Bill Moran Podcast.
Well, hello and welcome. Thanks for getting your pot on. Thank you for telling a friend. That's how we spread the word about the pirate ship. Look who's here today.
Woo! Happy hump day, my friend. It's Wednesday. It's hotter than hell out. The only thing more smoking hot than Canada is a man to my right.
Remember when the only thing we got from Canada was maple syrup and Nickelback?
Well, don't forget 55% on your dollar when you went up to the strip clubs.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, that was back in the day.
Look at you.
I think I went there on my 18th birthday.
Really?
Yeah, with my buddy to the Sundowner. In fact, I know I did. Yeah, I was like, yeah, you got 55 cents on the dollar.
55 cents on the dollar.
You were getting extra lap dances.
Wow. I walked outside today because Western Ontario is on fire, I guess, and it's blowing to the States. And I'm like, it looks like Instagram made a filter called Los Angeles 1987, and you can put it over your photos. Right, it's just like that. It's just weird. And I go, what a weird time we're living in. Because if you go back 20 years and you go, you know what you guys are going to live through? A pandemic, murder hornets, drones, AI taking over and writing essays for kids in school, and smoke from another country canceling Little League. Like, you would almost not believe it.
Yeah.
And it's so...
I said to a customer today, I Ubered a little bit. Do you remember, I mean, she was too young. I think she was 28. But remember when they said don't use aerosol cans?
Yeah.
Because it's killing the
ozone layer, yeah.
I'm like, how many miles of acres of hairspray would you have to have? I mean, because this is covering all of Rochester.
Yeah.
How many acres are on fire?
Yeah, I don't know.
And then you're like, were aerosol cans really going to destroy the earth?
No.
And I'm like, no, I don't think so.
I think China's done their fair share, if that's the...
Yes, that's true. I have a buddy that travels, and in certain areas of China and India and New York, I mean, where it's congested, it's terrible.
Well, certain parts of China,
smog.
you have to wear masks when you walk outside because you get covered in ash as you're walking around if you go to Shanghai. And I'm like, I don't know.
I don't know how you clean that up unless you start putting fans on every building to blow it up and distribute it.
Yeah.
Get some kind of ventilation of some sort.
I guess that could be. Here's the thing is, like, the one thing I always loved about Canada is how polite people are. You know what I mean? Like, they're always that way.
Oh, yeah. Would you like a lap dance? A. I'm like, yeah. A, B, C, D. I got enough money to go up to F.
Somewhere in Ontario, there's a guy going, hey, sorry about the smog, eh? All your respiratory problems. I don't know. Some people panic over this stuff, and I guess, I always think we're somewhere in the middle. There's some guy walking outside smoking a cigar. I saw him this morning. He was on a walk smoking a cigar. I go, that is a dude who's getting his wife off his back. He's out walking, and he's smoking a cigar because she doesn't know what he's doing.
Try not to panic about things until it's time to.
Yes. Yes.
You don't need that extra stress on yourself.
No, but life isn't risk-free. It's risk-managed. You know what I mean? I mean, that's right. What life is. You don't get to see what's coming.
Like, I don't gamble. I'm like, every day is a gamble, my friend.
Right.
When you wake up, you're gambling.
You are the living scratch-off ticket,
Absolutely.
Dougie Fresh.
Oh, I've been hitting no pay the past few days.
Oh, really?
Well, I mean, the way I felt. So
yeah, you've been sick.
Yeah.
And maybe it's the air quality from Canada that really
maybe somebody suggested that.
Yeah, it could be.
So Monday, Bill and I played in Mulconry's tournament with Kevin and his son for autism. And I came and I didn't really feel well. My stomach was bothering me, and as the day went on,
got worse and worse.
And Bill's, is everything okay? Everything okay? And I'm like, I'm just not feeling myself. I'm sorry, I can't. And I was trying to drink it away, and it did not help at all. So I went home and had 11, 12 hours of sleep. We had a good time. Yeah. And the best part about that was Kevin's son, the way he golfs.
He's amazing.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, kid's amazing.
And then looking back, Kevin's like, well, we're not going to win. We could have won. We could have won with a few better shots and a little slowing down because this kid was killing it 300 yards in the drive.
Yeah.
I mean, lobbing it
onto the green.
30 foot. The first putt for birdie was 30 feet away. He drains it. I'm just like, who is? I mean, just impressive.
It was impressive.
So, again, I don't, I wasn't in the joking mood because I felt bad, but also to watch somebody to be in that foursome of that quality of golf to me is just is awesome.
Yeah, he was great.
Yeah,
he was really good, which is nice to see. And he's such a nice kid.
Yeah, he is.
Kevin has really, really, really nice kids, which I always think is such a testament to the parents. But then you look at Kevin and you go, wait, how is this possible?
Right. The mailman's a really nice guy.
I heard you say that.
You did? I didn't think you heard me say anything.
I heard you say that. I heard you say that when I laughed out loud at you. Uh-oh, Doug, now you're getting me worried here.
No, I'm coming off of the cold.
You sure?
Or whatever it is, the allergies,
right.
yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I've been pounding soup, orange juice.
Yeah? What else? Anything? Take a little garlic.
Robitussin.
Robitussin. Knock you out.
That tussin.
That'll make you sleep.
Allergy medicine and ibuprofen.
Wow.
Every 4 hours.
You're loaded up here.
Yeah. I'm not one for medicine. I'm usually hot soup, hot shower, hot soup, hot shower, repeat till you burn that shit out. Open up all your pores.
Yeah.
And then get your body going.
Then a wildfire 800 miles away decided your lungs are going to have a bad day today. Right?
Dehydration, too. I'm gonna tell you something.
Yeah?
I usually don't share, but because it happened. So Tuesday I woke up and usually go to the bathroom. I could not. My stool was harder than anything to try to pass that morning. And while I'm there thinking of you because you like your poop jokes, I Googled, my stool is incredibly hard. They said dehydration.
Yeah.
So I had nothing else to do but to think of you and Google what's wrong with my asshole. So I finally got it through. But, it was
What
painful.
do you think it was? That had to hurt, man.
It did.
Yeah.
Bad.
Yeah.
Oh, well, dehydration. And maybe, again, because of...
Do you drink a lot of water?
I don't.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Yeah. Because, I mean, I think that's one of the things that we don't think of. Maybe it's overdone. I was saying to somebody the other day, I go, when I was a kid, you used to go in with a 2-liter bottle of soda, put it in the freezer. Like you would have water in there, right? An empty bottle, 2-liter bottle, put it in the freezer, and then you'd carry it to school and have it for practice. So you'd have cold water. But I don't remember getting many water breaks during football practice.
Not back then. Now it's mandatory.
Yeah, and I think it's a good thing because guys,
absolutely,
getting dizzy. And
more importantly, for your older generation, like my parents, their problems stem from dehydration. So I went and bought a 6-pack of water too.
For them or for you?
For me. Fuck them. They had their shot. They've been giving me advice for 50 years if they haven't figured that out. But no, I guess 8 hours, 8 glasses of water a day.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know.
At least one bottle.
I always
Is that water or is that vodka?
No, it's always water, buddy.
Jameson, always?
Always water.
Always. Can I taste it?
Mm-hmm. I usually put, and I didn't today, I squeeze a full lemon and a full lime in there.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Get a little citrus fun?
Get a little citrus, keep away the scurvy.
Mm-hmm.
It's good to detox the body a little bit. I haven't been drinking as much. That was the first day I drank, and I drank pretty good that day. But I left and went home around 7 o'clock. After some of this stuff, I'm like, I got stuff to do the next day.
Yeah. My head was pounding. I never get headaches. I was just pounding. I did win one.
You won a raffle?
Yeah.
My man.
The whiskey bottle of, not the fire, the police department.
Oh, cool.
Basket. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So I'm gonna.
That was pretty good, right?
4 tickets to the Red Wings Saturday.
You won those too?
Yeah, that was all in the package.
Wow.
He had 4 nice bags.
Golf bags. Yeah. They had a lot of great stuff that they were auctioning off. It was a great day.
Yeah.
And it really benefited Autism Up. I know his daughter uses their services, and it's a unique way that started, right? Because it's not something that I think people were really maybe highly aware of. We just, we didn't know. And
I know about Mary Cariola. I'm not really sure what Autism Up is.
So Autism Up is more for kids who are on the autism spectrum, and it was like a lot of moms looking for a way to go, ooh, I've got something with my kid, and there's really nobody that is doing anything that can really help them, like all in one place. Mm-hmm. So they started this. It was just like 8 moms who got together for coffee, and they came up with this idea. And so it's been going on for years. I used to MC a lot of their stuff. But they were doing it for years. Like at the art gallery, they would have a gala. They had it at the High Falls, and now they're every year at the convention center downtown. But it took a number of years to really grow and to get interest, and it's the money and it's all these things. And they've done a fantastic job, and now they're part of the Golisano Center. And they're all in there, and it's great. There's a lot of social skills for kids who are, maybe like now it's like level 1, 2, and 3 is what they call it. So a child with level 1, high functioning, could be in an ordinary classroom, but there are some things that kind of stand out. Social awareness and social cues are really one of those, and they do a really, really great job with all that. And then there's activities for them to do. Sometimes there's even like a break for parents. There might be some classes for parents. And, it is a spectrum. You can have kids who are nonverbal all the way to the other. So I think that it's certainly, and it's unique. And one of my favorite things about organizations like that is they are organic to this area. And not that, there are other national organizations, and I'm sure they do great work, but I like knowing that the money stays here.
Yeah.
And I can actually go to the facility and see what's going on. And, I would say to anybody, when somebody's doing something like this, none of these organizations run on air. When it comes to home improvement, you've got choices. Let's say there's a hole in the bedroom wall, and somehow nobody in the house knows how it got there. You could fix it. I mean, there's always YouTube, right? But 3 hours later, it's going to look like a patch job. Not even a good patch job. And how about that leak under the kitchen sink? Yeah, you said you'd get to it, and that was, 2.5, 3 months ago? If we're being honest, we all have that list. The one where deep down, you're not totally sure you've got the skills to pull it off. If it's my list, I'm calling Mac of all trades. Holes in the wall? Handled. Leaky sinks? Done. Full kitchen remodel? Yeah, they got that too. And hey, warmer weather's coming. How's that deck looking? Need it extended? Rebuilt? Outdoor patio? Don't be a deckhead. Call Mac of all trades, 585-202-9218. That's 585-202-9218. And you can see all they do online at macofalltrades.net. They'll handle it, so you don't have to. Speeding tickets, it says $93 surcharge for a town or village, $88 for a city or municipality. I don't get. So I guess the town or village also gets a cut of that, right? Mm-hmm. So it's a kickback. And then all I know is like it's $15 or $16 to process it on the thing. So I'd have to.
So what was it? $122?
No, it was $244.
Oh, well, where's the breakdown? I thought you were looking at that.
I couldn't find the breakdown because I don't have the ticket with me to put my ticket number in. But I will. So
let's say $90 goes to the town.
Yeah.
There's still $110.
Yeah.
Let's say $10 for processing fee, and then there's $100 going to New York State. Mm. It always amazes me how New York State is always out of money, and we also get a budget to pay for.
Yeah, and I think a lot of things like they're getting a lot of tax revenue from, I would assume, from the gambling and from the
from liquor and cigarettes. Well,
legalize marijuana.
Legalize marijuana.
Yeah. And those other things as well. Yeah. Although there is a bit of a decline, I think, in some of those, but I don't know. It's just, that is interesting. What are you going to do? I always say to my sons, though, do not, what really bothers me, and I love driving fast, man. There's nothing like, taking it from, let's say, 80 miles an hour up to 120 as you come out of a turn but on a racetrack. That's a wonderful, exhilarating feeling. There's nothing I can really describe that matches it, at least for me. But when I see somebody on an expressway weaving in and out of traffic and just flying, or they've got that loud muffler that you can hear, loud pipe saves lives. On bikes, I get it. On cars, it's like obnoxious. And they come up so quick, they startle people. I go, you don't know who's in.
Absolutely, 100%.
You could wipe out an entire family. And I always say this, and I love when my kids start, now they're at the age where they start turning it back on me, and I'll always go, you're not as good as you think. You're not as good as you think. Like, you can't I mean, my favorite one ever was going to the Adirondacks when the Mac of all trades studio we're in, they had an annual trip to the Adirondacks, and we would, one day, everybody got those side-by-sides. So you would rent a side-by-side. I forget what they're called, but they're basically like a go-kart, little go-kart on steroids. So we're all driving the snowmobile trails in the summer, and I decided, because I knew it was bothering my friend, who Tony McCafferty and his wife were behind me, and I would fishtail, so it would kick up a lot of dust, and fishtail.
Oh, that's nice.
And so I just kept doing that. So now we would stop at different bars, and my kid goes, hey, can I drive? I go, you can. So he's driving, and I started to which would be weird, right? Because these are loud and they're bumpy, and I'm starting to nod off. I probably had a few too many. And all of a sudden, I can feel the whole thing, and I go, slow down. Oh, it's just having fun, Dad. I go, buddy, slow down. And then he's like, no, I got it. I go, I'm yelling because it's so loud.
Right.
Take your foot off the gas. Do not touch the brake. You're not as good as you think. Boom, 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 boom. We roll over. His helmet went flying. My buddy Billy Broomfield gets up. He thought he died. He's like running back. And we were fine. We landed on all four wheels, but it was $1,500 deductible.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I mean, hey.
All from what? Not listening.
I'm going to call, well, yes. Number one, yes. And number two, inexperience, right? You're not having a feel for different vehicles. How much
experience you need to be driving in one of those to go 90 miles an hour? I mean, every day for a couple of years?
No, what I meant by that is, I think when you drive a variety of different cars, or you've been behind the wheel of a variety of different cars, you start to get a feel for what it's like to be in different things.
Yes.
Not that I knew what these were, but I can tell. I don't know. It's just something.
I'm not one to brag, but I do Uber a lot.
Yeah, sure.
I drive people's other places with their car. So sometimes I fly down and bring my friend back in her car. I drive minivans or passenger vans and always go slow. Between 85 and 55. If you're going 55 and you want to go 85, you're saving 3 minutes, if that.
Yeah.
You're not getting there a half hour early.
Yeah.
I mean, myself on certain trips, I've GPSed it, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to be there at 7:30. I can make it at 7:20. But you've got to be going 85 miles an hour.
Right.
Now, there was
I always like to see
the last time I floored it. I got out of bartending at 7, and this was to go to Delago. And I had to get my tips, do my credit card things, and the concert started at 8 for Delago. I think it was Night Ranger. And I was
Sister
there.
Christian.
Oh, the time has come. Yeah, I think I made that in 40 minutes, but I was flying.
Damn.
Yeah. That was 90. I think I was doing 90.
On 490 and everything?
490 to I-90 to Waterloo exit.
Now, I don't want to, because I just said it bothers me. Now, there was a time when I was doing morning radio, and I will say, I'm going to say the person's name. God rest his soul. One of the most sensitive men I have ever met in terms of feeling, and yet a guy's guy kind of guy. It would have been Tom George. Tom George was a radio personality.
I remember the name.
And he did traffic for a lot. So when the company absorbed the station I was on, they built us a studio around the corner and kind of tucked away. It was ridiculous. It was you were treated whatever. So neck disc down was Tom, basically in what would be a closet was his traffic thing, and he did traffic for the television stations, and he was doing it for all the stations in the building. So Tom,
now, for people that don't know, the traffic weather guy, he just goes from radio station. There's 5 radio stations in a building, and he'll just bounce around from each one.
Well, he would either
here's time with the traffic, and then he'll go to the next. Here's time with the traffic.
He would bounce around, but Tom would do it right from that basic closet, and they would just connect, however it was. But yes. So, and then sometimes he would bring his little Maltese Bichon Frise or whatever it was, little dog with him as well. And he had like some big Corvette, and he would always ask me about Mary Tyler Moore because I had worked for I worked for her. I did landscaping at her house. I didn't work for Mary Tyler Moore. I saw her. I don't think I ever spoke with her or anything. All I know is that I got yelled at by her husband because they had a pond down like out of view of the house down on the property. And I went down there to garden one day because I was 17 and I had just graduated high school. I was going to turn 18 later in the summer, and I was really hungover. And I said, I'll go down and weed that garden. And it was on this little peninsula that went out into this really picturesque pond on their property. And I wound up taking a little nap under the tree until Dr. I forget his name came down on his four-wheeler with his raincoat on, which I was always like, what is that? I think because shit would fly up at him. He didn't like getting hit with it. I really did. I'm thinking it was like his coat of armor, but he had a yellow rain slicker on and it wasn't raining. And I'm under this tree. Man, he lit me up. What am I paying for? So I think I got in trouble that week. I don't remember much after that. But Tom would Tom would love to come in and shoot the shit with us in the morning. And he always had some kind of almost borderline dad joke he'd open up with, and he was funny. He had some like quick liners and all this stuff. But if you didn't, how am I going to say this? Well, no, he's no longer on the planet. He passed away. Well, if you didn't pay him enough attention, it was like you hurt his feelings. You slighted him, okay? And he would be like, "What's your problem? Why weren't you saying anything to me?" And all you're trying to do is get ready to do a 4-hour talk show where you're competing against, honestly, I would have put this at that time, one of the most competitive morning drive markets in the country. You had Kimberly and Beck and Brother Weeze, and you had me and Tommy. And I wanted to beat them all. So I was dialed in. And I'm trying to just go through last minute prep and all this stuff I had written. And I'm looking at new stuff that just came out overnight and blah, blah. And if I didn't pay him, so I started not coming in because I didn't want to deal with it. I couldn't deal with the moping Tom or the hurt Tom. Like, it was, honest to God, I'm not even kidding. So I would stay home till about, I would get up like I would normally do. I had an office in my house. I would go downstairs, and at about, I would time it so I would leave at like 5:45, but I would have to go 90 miles an hour to get into the city, to walk into the studio as our opening music played. And I would sit down.
Really? You timed it that way?
Yeah, I timed it like that because I did that towards the end of my time there because it was like,
wow.
Yeah, because it was like everything was like, I had one more fucking thing I needed to deal with, right? I had the two little boys at the time. Jameson's just born. He's a baby. You got all this shit going on at your own house that, right? Like, I would come home. I didn't even know half the shit that was happening in the house, but you're all of a sudden coming in, okay, I got it. And then it was just chaotic. So, and then you got hurt feeling Tom. I'm like,
you don't need that one.
No.
Yeah.
So I just decided that I'm flying in. I had a maroon minivan at the time. Sexy car, Tuck. Just fucking sexy. Cheerios in the back.
Oh, yeah.
Yogurt smeared into the rug. I think there might have been a DVD player that came down from the ceiling. You could watch in-flight movies.
Did you ever
most of the time it was the Wiggles.
Did you ever have SUV sex? That's 2 in the front and 5 in the rear.
So
Go ahead.
I'm flying.
I love minivans, by the way.
They're great cars. Yeah. I mean, they really are.
Mom vans.
Well, I mean, it's easy to open up. If you have kids,
I'm easy.
They're easy to clean. They're easy to clean. So
the hanging DVD. Yes,
I'm flying.
Revolutionary.
Yeah,
Go ahead,
like you had the thing it dropped down. I think I did aftermarket in one of them. I should have never done that. I should have just gone with the market. I'd never do that again. Some of the aftermarket stuff just doesn't work. So
you're flying in.
I'm flying in. I'm doing 90, and I'm coming up. I'm coming from the east side. So I'm on 490 West, and I'm just before Linden Avenue.
Okay.
And I can see I get lit up, and I'm like, shit. So I pull over to the side, and I notice that it's more like when I look in the rearview mirror as I'm leaning over to get my registration and all out, it's more than one
car.
Monroe County Sheriff. I lean over, Doug. I'm looking through the glove box, so out of view, right?
Mm-hmm.
I pop up, and there's an officer with a gun in the front of my car. Pointed right at
You're bent
me.
over and he doesn't know what you're going after.
Well, I don't know. So I'm like, oh my God.
I think that's the reason, Bill.
So and I always would say, when I told this story on the radio, I said it was a female officer only because she was, again, like you described one earlier, this petite little, but man, I mean, had the stance, the guns on me. And the other officer, there's one behind me now, and then there's this guy who's coming up like sideways along the car, and he says, license registered, where are you headed? And I said, I'm going to work. I work at, and I say the station. They go, oh, there was a robbery at Woodcliff this morning, which is a hotel on the east side.
Yes.
And the description of your car fits the vehicle.
Wow, yeah.
So I'll run into that guy at like different festivals. I think he's retired. He had his 20 plus years in, and he works security sometimes, and he'll always come up to me and go, hey, remember me? I go, how can I forget? How can I forget? You ever notice how people drive around with a garage full of junk while complaining they're broke? If you don't have any friends that do that, it might be you. How about that rusty grill? Maybe you got a pile of copper wire or a random chunk of metal that's been sitting behind the shed since the Clinton administration. Yeah, all of that is money, and that's where Premier Metal Recycling comes in. These guys know value, like real value, not internet math, actual cash value. Whether it's scrap steel, copper, brass, aluminum, Premier Metal will tell you what it's worth and put money in your hand. Honestly, it's one of the few places left where cleaning out your garage can actually pay off. They have 2 convenient locations, 909 West Linden Avenue in East Rochester and 11 Carn Street in downtown Rochester. You can also check daily pricing and exactly what materials they're buying at premiermetalgroup.com. Or, if you're feeling friendly, give them a call directly at 585-436-4020. Premier Metal Recycling, because your junk pile might actually be your emergency fund. This is the first time they've ever been to this Airbnb.
Is it on the second day or something?
This is the first day. They're just moved
First
in. They
day.
just laid down their stuff. They're walking by. You can take pictures now and turn them into like canvas. So
Yeah,
it looks
I
like,
know.
right. So it's wrapped around. It's hanging in the hallway. This is on social media. The girls are talking and they show the picture, and they said, our father was walking by and he looks at the beach picture and he goes, boy, that looks like me. And then one of the girls steps back and goes, I think that is you. Now, they had probably been but this would have been 10 years prior. So now they're at the Airbnb, and how weird is it that a picture of them, and it's a random picture. You know what I'm saying? It's not of people. It's an aerial shot
right.
of the beach.
The picture of them is in their Airbnb, which they've never been to.
Not in the Airbnb. The picture is of a beach with people on the beach. Dad's out in the water about waist deep, and they're all in that picture. At this Airbnb, that picture is hanging where they've never been.
That's what I'm asking. Yes.
Yeah. Did you get it now? I don't mean, I'm trying to make sure, because if you're not getting it, listeners aren't getting it.
Right.
Yeah. So, yeah. So
the picture's just not of that family. It's a
panoramic picture of a bunch of people at a beach.
bunch of people.
Right.
But blown up enough that they can recognize themselves.
Yeah.
Wow, that's weird.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. And it was probably 10 years ago. And one of the daughters goes, Dad, I think you still have that bathing suit. Being a dad myself, he probably does. Especially with,
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, Dad doesn't buy shit. When you are the family.
The last time I bought a new bathing suit is when I tried one on to go away and it didn't fit.
Okay. There you go. But like, especially if you have daughters and kids that are growing, you're going to buy them a new bathing suit first. And dads, you just don't care. How much does a dad's bathing suit change? And you know what? And if you're like in your nearly 60 and walking around I think Chubbs it's the name of a brand that was very popular.
Chubbs?
Yeah. I'm like, okay, you know what? It doesn't matter. I'd rather skinny dip anyway, but I mean, you can't.
Nobody wants to see that.
No, not even me. But it's like, so now everybody has an opinion, basically, how many and I'll say this, and I'll ask you, because I was thinking about this stuff. How many coincidences does it take before you stop calling them coincidences? it is an odd thing that this family stayed at the very Airbnb, that there is an aerial shot, more or less, of a beach with many people on it, not specific of the family. It's just a high up above, and they
Is
pick
the
themselves.
beach near the Airbnb?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they've been to that beach before, but it was 10 years prior. So they're kind of freaked out. And I go, as human beings, again, it comes back to, I just think we hate randomness, right? So they're sort of freaked out that they're in this picture. Like, it made them uneasy. And I go, we see faces in clouds. Somebody in Texas saw Jesus in the toast.
St. Mary, isn't that one?
Oh, yeah.
That's been around for a while.
Shapes
in glass and everything.
Shapes in the stars, right? We, we see our ex's car everywhere after a breakup. You know what I mean? It's like,
did they show the picture?
Yeah.
Is it a nice picture?
Yeah. It just looks like
right.
an aerial shot of a bunch of people scattered on the beach. I was going to play the audio. I forgot to pull it. But I think our brains are built to connect the dots. And so it becomes like we have to make sense out of something. So sometimes it's brilliant when we do that, and it makes a lot of sense. And sometimes it's absolutely ridiculous.
I don't know. I think there'd be a way to look that up for whoever took the picture. You'd buy the picture.
Yeah.
The photographer's going to be on there.
Yeah.
Look him up.
Maybe they turned it over on the back. I don't have no idea. I just know. But I mean, people are saying, hey, my uncle as a kid, somebody bought a postcard of some resort town, and he's sitting there on a bench licking an ice cream cone, and he's in the picture that's on this postcard from, let's say, Rhode Island or whatever.
Right.
I mean, right. And we just do that. But I mean, look, I am starting to believe there are no coincidences in life. Like, it's almost like if that were me,
that it's planned.
No,
magically planned.
Just that there's something greater than us going on.
I don't
know. And so I would say, like, it's almost as though you're supposed to be at that Airbnb. That's why that happened.
Right.
It's almost.
I think
like
there's something greater out in the universe, and they're looking at us going, "We don't want any part of that.
No, we want no part of that.
They've got a long way to go.
No, not whatsoever.
How many times are they going to have war?
Right. But I mean, the only thing that changes is people's interpretation of an event like this, right? Some people go, well, it's God working in a mysterious way to say, hey, you should be here, or it's, I don't know, somebody coming back to say hello, or, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
All that
There's
stuff.
all these little things. If you see a robin in your backyard, it's somebody that has passed away that wants to say hello.
Yes, or a cardinal.
If you're hand itches, it means money's going to pass over it.
Oh,
you never heard of those?
No. All right.
If your ears ring, somebody's talking about you.
Yeah,
you've heard that one.
Yeah, of course I did. Every fucking Irish fuck says that one. Hey, Billy, your ears are burning.
Oh,
hey, Billy,
my
your
ears were burning Monday with that word.
Hey, Billy, were your ears burning? And I said, why? We were just talking about you. Okay, thank you.
It is amazing. I do believe in telepathy. That power of the mind can connect people, and I think in years to come, it will be even more so. When you have that phone call, you're like, I was just thinking about you. Like me right now.
That's the
just
coincidences
now.
that I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Those are the coincidences that I'm talking about. And I do think that that's true. And if it is
you think it's true we only use 10% of our brain? Is that what they say?
I don't know. I don't know. I have heard that. I have read that. I'm not sure. So God, I swear I saw something that says that's not true, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Because and by the way, they've done so many studies and things when people meditate or people, what they're looking at and stimulation, and I think they've even done things with people in porn and what parts of the brain fire up. Yeah, the whole brain's fucking glowing in certain things. So where's the 10%?
Right.
But I don't know. I don't do any of the research. I'm not a researcher, so I always think I don't know.
You research stuff.
Well, but what I'm saying is, like, to be a researcher, you have to have. It's different. And here's an example. Okay. There's a great podcast that I would recommend to anybody that will go to what Doug just said, where he believes in telepathy. He believes there's telepathic powers, right? I will always believe that your thoughts are extremely powerful. And if you think you've got less, you will be held with less. If you think you can get more, you will be shown how you can get more. But
I like to be getting more.
In this, it's autistic children who are nonverbal. And a mother says, I can communicate with my daughter without speaking. And a researcher, who I believe is a Harvard graduate, who was living on the West Coast, gets in contact and is contacted by this documentarian who is doing this called the Telepathy Tapes. And I haven't listened to the entire podcast. It's a series, and it's very well done. And I think season 2 of it has dropped as well. But basically, they put mom in a room, and they show her a number, and then the daughter on a pad, because she's nonverbal, she communicates through one of these talk pads, right? Mm-hmm. And she types in the number. And she was 100 for 100. And then they go to all these other children with people who say that they believe this. The reason it can't be validated in research is you have to have a neutral party involved. So it would have to be someone who doesn't know the child, that the child could then do the telepathy. Well, just like you said, I was just thinking of you. It is people you have a connection with. Yeah. So they have a connection. Because I think the first family in it is from Mexico, so they don't speak English, and they have an interpreter there. And dad doesn't have the telepathic power with the daughter, but the mom and daughter are very close. Then there's a story about like this kid who said he heard and saw all kinds of stuff and abuse and things that his father was doing, and the family, splits apart. And years later, he's in the documentary and he's communicating with his mom, and he's saying, and she's like, it freaked me out that he can read my thoughts. He knows what I'm thinking. Like, that part makes me uncomfortable. But then he's saying to me, I saw all this stuff, and tells me all these things that my husband did that turned out to be true. I mean, I can't, how do you explain it?
Some things you can't explain.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, and if I walked into an Airbnb and I saw an aerial shot of a beach and I picked myself out, mm-hmm. The only thing that would piss me off is that I don't look as good as I did 10 years ago. I had a 2-pack. I got nothing now.
Well, there's a shot of O'Loughlin's, and it was from one of the boatmasters, and he's just going through Genesee River at night and took a picture, and I'm in it.
Nice.
My back is in it.
Okay, but you can pick yourself
out. But I know
out.
it's my, yeah.
Yeah, so, that's kind of fun.
Yeah, so things like that do happen.
Yes, they do.
That's a little more extreme, but...
Yeah, I mean, I was trying to think, like, if this happened to my family, I don't think, like, if it was my mom and dad and us as kids, it wouldn't be that big a deal. Mm-hmm. I don't know that I would have made it a big deal with my kids. But if it were my grandparents, I think my grandmother's on the phone to a priest. I swear to God.
Maybe. Yeah.
I'm going. And my grandfather would have been, can we get a discount? We saw ourselves hanging on the
right,
wall.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that's the only thing I could think. I go, that's crazy. But I don't know. I think our biggest thing sometimes is that we want to believe that there's more to life than paying the bills.
Oh, there's got to be.
You know what I mean?
Good feelings and happiness, laughter, especially laughter.
Yeah, and some people are commenting this. We live in a simulation. We're all in a simulation. What were you going to say?
I saw Joel Lindley's Kill Tony.
Kill Tony.
Did you watch it?
I did not see the whole thing. I only saw a clip of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did great.
And he was only on there for
we only get that.
Yeah,
you get 60 seconds or something. And, and I think he was an audience pull. And not
he was a random, yeah.
They just pull somebody from the audience and they let you come up. And he crushed.
Yeah.
He did a great job. I was very, very pleased to see that. Mm-hmm. The last time I saw Joel was at the DMV back in the spring. So, all right, for Dougie Fresh, my man who's not feeling too good. Woo! I'm Bill Moran. Any big plans? Just a couple funerals.
Yeah. Thurman Thomas Sunday at Red Wing Stadium. I got some jerseys for him to sign.
All right, cool.
Motley Crue Saturday night. Girls, girls, girls.
There you go. And I will be at the Rochester Comedy Fest, part of the Wheeze Family Reunion Friday night. I think that begins at 6 p.m. Would love to see you there. For Dougie Fresh, woo! I'm Bill Moran. We'll see you next time.
On the interstate, seems they were looking for a Cadillac with Tennessee plates.